Wait a minute. You mean to tell me the New York Giants are still waiting on Aaron Rodgers to make a decision when the decision is very, very clear and obvious to all of us that love and watch football? What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching the #1 college football show, welcome. Thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round, so if that is something that you are into, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking this video, and answering the question in a comment below. Who is your guy to take for the New York Giants to be their starter in 2025? Man, I was tripping there for a second. I didn't think I was in focus. In 2025, look, it's Shedeur Sanders. Like, I don't know how much more I can draw this out for people that just don't get it. It's not just that Aaron Rodgers is cooked, and yes, he is cooked. He burnt ends, all right? Like, he departed the chitlins not even I'm going to eat because he's 41 years old, and that ain't Tom Brady out there. That is a guy who is inviting all sorts of attention to your franchise, which might be something you want if the New York Giants, you sorry, right? You just watched Saquon Barkley, the best player that you drafted in the last decade, win a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles after putting up the same numbers with them in year 7 that he did with you in year 1, all right? It's been really rough. You're the kind of franchise that takes Daniel Jones at number 6 when couldn't anybody wrap their head around that one, and you look like we were right to look at you and give you some side eye. You know what I'm saying? You was real Riley and we was real Huey about this. For those of y'all that don't understand the Boondocks initiation, you should go and watch some of the Boondocks. You're going to get more of the jokes here. It's also, Shedeur Sanders is bringing attention to your franchise. Shedeur Sanders is bringing star power to your franchise. And it's the kind you want. It's the kind of a young, black, upcoming product of a Hall of Fame football player, a great football coach, and had the program's single-season passer record in his son, Shedeur Sanders, threw for a bunch of touchdowns, and the Heisman winner out at wide receiver. More than that, nobody will tell you that Shedeur Sanders isn't working his behind off. Yes, he be out here talking like he should be. He is confident. He understands his abilities. He realizes that what you are asking him, he has an answer for. Can I turn around a franchise? Why wouldn't I? Went to Jackson State, turned them around, won 2 SWAC championships, made 2 appearances in the Celebration Bowl. Went to Colorado, had that one down year, turned around, won 9 games. And oh yeah, my homie said he wanted to go win the Heisman Trophy. I went and helped him go get that. Yo, it's like that. You're also bringing Deion Sanders and the family with him. You want Deion Sanders around your program. Everybody wants Deion Sanders around their program. That is why Fran Brown jumped at the chance to play a practice intra-squad 3-day event with Colorado because he understands the star power here and he understands what it could do for the lens around his program, Syracuse, which is also very much on the rise, on the same trajectory, I would add, as a Colorado in the Big 12. Syracuse looks like they could be contending for the ACC championship in 2025. They might be looking at SMU and go, why not us? Shedeur Sanders would also be playing for Brian Dable, who has his antics on the sideline. I get that. But Brian Dable's also the dude that went to Nick Saban at halftime in the 2018 National Championship game and said, hey, look, we got to switch it up. We got to go from Jalen to Tua because we got to get somebody that can yank this ball down the field to Devontae. And that's what happened. They made the switch. He made the play. And they won the national championship, all right? You put some dudes around him, and you can't be skimping on the offensive line. He's going to go play. But even if you are, you realize this is the kind of man that has taken punishment before. And while I don't like to use that as a reason to give him more punishment, I'm not going to overlook that Shedeur Sanders had taken 50 sacks in 2023, by far the most of any quarterback in FBS, and had a vertebrae in his back broken. I had my reservations about whether or not he would return and be really good after that injury. Because anytime you got stuff going on with your back, anybody will tell you that's a lingering issue. It seems to be, right? He showed up the next year and threw for 4,000 yards. The offense was built around him. They have no run game to speak of at Colorado. They were dead last in rushing yards per game. Garbage, to use that oft-used French word for their rushing attack. Their rushing attack was not an attack at all. It's like watching a cat that ain't got no claws, dog. Like, what you gonna do with me except pet me fiercely? Like, there's nothing I'm afraid of in that run game. Shedeur Sanders still went out there and balled out. Then, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, and let's say you are willing to go maybe make a decision to go get Shedeur Sanders, I don't see why you don't want to do that either. Now, Mike Tomlin has done some really interesting things at the quarterback position. And by really interesting, I mean, are you sure about that, dog? You sure about Justin sitting down for Russell Wilson? Cool. Well, my man Aaron Glenn said, I'm going to take that dude right off your hands right quick. I got me the quarterback I want in New York. Hell yeah. I'm with that because I believe in Justin Fields. Like, I think that he's been done dirty by the Chicago Bears, by the Pittsburgh Steelers. But also, maybe you like inviting this kind of a person into your facility if you are Mike Tomlin. After all, they had Antonio Brown under wraps for years. And it's only after he left Pittsburgh that we found out who Antonio Brown actually is. Maybe that's something Mike Tomlin thinks he could do with Aaron Rodgers, or maybe he thinks that he can be the wedge between what we're all going to say about the quarterback position at Pittsburgh in 2025 and his football team. Because the one thing that Mike Tomlin doesn't do is have losing seasons. Now, in Pittsburgh, they would like to win another championship. And like, hey, look here. Some of us would like to win a championship in the 21st century. Y'all got two. And by some of us, I mean me and the Dallas Cowboys, okay? It's getting real tough to breathe around these parts being an Oklahoma fan and a Dallas Cowboys fan. You see why I might be fascinated with the idea of things like Colorado and Shedeur in the NFL draft, because I'm really trying to get out of my own misery when we're talking about this. But I don't realize he is the consensus number 2 pick in the NFL draft or at quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Most people believe Cam is going to go at number 1. Fine. I've said this before, and I wrote this at Fox Sports. You take Cam, I'll take Shedeur. It's that simple for me. I don't need to see anything else. I know what that man can do. I know what he is capable of, and I know he's wanted to do this forever. And his daddy, who ain't into giving out compliments to people who ain't earned them, has called him grown since he was a very small child. And he makes that declaration clear. There are ways in which he treats Bucky. There are ways in which he treats Shiloh. There are ways in which he treats Shalomi. There's ways in which he treats Shedeur. This is one. I think if you are the New York Giants, stop messing around, stop playing with this, and tell everybody what you actually gonna do, which is not continue to wait on Aaron Rodgers, but go draft Shedeur Sanders, and let's see if the New York Giants can do something they haven't done since Eli Manning was quarterback and win the damn Super Bowl.